Hello, time for Population Timeline, the weekly program that comes to you from the National Population Commission, the Nigerian government agency that provides demographic data for national development. I am Nkechi Okeshola. Welcome.
National Population Commission, providing demographic data for national development.
Attitude in life has toughened me. Anything that I do in life, I do with passion. The last but one place I went for my enumeration area demarcation is Madagascar local government area in Adamawa State. The whole stretch is bordering Zambezi Forest. These are my two legs. I have visited every 10 ward of the place. We meet face to face with the Boko Haram. It has never deterred me at all. Even this one that we just finished, one area we had 2 attacks. But it will just power me to move ahead and achieve my goals. So if it's supposed to have been a deterrent, but it was what was pushing me forward to accomplish and move forward.
Census Track is brought to you by the National Population Commission, the Nigerian government agency that provides demographic data for national development.
The need for more funding to conduct the 2023 Population and Housing Census informed the decision to convene a breakfast meeting at the Presidential Villa Conference Hall in Abuja. Leadership of the National Population Commission, top officials of the federal government and development partners were in attendance. Monitoring and evaluation are key components to critically assess the performance of any organization. For the National Population Commission, this is very important ahead of the 2023 Population and Housing Census. And this is the thrust of our second report of a workshop held in Kefi, Nasarawa State. These 2 reports after the break.
The National Population Commission is undertaking a post-enumeration survey in 6 selected local governments in each of the 6 geopolitical zones of Nigeria from 18th to 29th October 2022. The local governments are the same where a full enumeration was conducted during the trial census, and they are Karu in Nasarawa State, Daura in Katsina State, Brass in Bayelsa State, Imekwafon in Ogun State, Idemili North, Anambra State, and Tungo in Adamawa State. Activities during Trial PES fieldwork includes building numbering and household listing from 18th October to 22nd October, validation of enumeration area frame from 23rd October to 24th October, enumeration from 25th October to 29th October, and monitoring and evaluation of Trial PES in selected states starting from 18th October and ending on 29th October 2022. Chairman of the National Population Commission, Nasir Isakwara, is appealing for the usual cooperation from all stakeholders, especially those being enumerated, so as to contribute towards a credible, reliable, and acceptable population and housing census figures in 2023. National Population Commission, providing demographic data for national development. The National Population Commission recently held a breakfast meeting with its development partners with the goal of bridging the funding gap needed for the successful conduct of the 2023 Population and Housing Census.
The specific objectives of this breakfast meeting are: 1. To solicit support and mobilize resources to bridge the resource gaps. 2. To promote robust national and international collaboration. And 3. To foster national and international engagement through the inauguration of the Nigeria 2023 Population Census Partnership Forum.
The Nigerian Vice President, Professor Yemi Oshibajo, who was represented by his Special Advisor on Media and Publicity, Laolu Akonde, expressed satisfaction with the management of resources by the National Population Commission and the journey towards next year's census, adding that data to be generated from the exercise will greatly aid Nigeria's development.
By 2050, Nigeria is projected to have 400 million people, and government must continue to provide quality basic education, nutrition, and healthcare for them, improve on security, and create more job opportunities for our young people, who currently make up more than half of our country's population. Therefore, the work of the National Population Commission and its partners is even more crucial at this point. Adequate planning, data, and structure are vital factors in creating the sustainable growth and the national development that we desire.
Dr. Habiba Muda Lawal, who represented Boss Mustafa, Secretary to the Government of the Federation, disclosed that the federal government is happy with the work of the National Population Commission that needs more funding to deliver much-needed quality data from the first digital census in 2023.
The April 2023 census is a historic moment for the nation that embodies our national aspirations and commitment to take our dear nation to the highest pedestal of development planning through the conduct of an accurate and reliable census. That you have decided to identify with the Nigerian people on this occasion is an eloquent testimony to the enduring partnership between the government and people of Nigeria and your respective nations. The government, under the leadership of Muhammadu Buhari, is irrevocably committed to improving the welfare of the Nigerian people.
A key partner of the National Population Commission is the United Nations Population Fund, represented by Andat Dashe, Dasugot, and Ula Muyala.
We can only achieve the SDGs if we continue to work together. Collaboration is also key in a census program at the scope that's being implemented currently by the government of Nigeria. Delivering a credible census in a country as large and diverse as Nigeria requires close partnership and cooperation among government at all levels, amongst donors, the international community, the private sector, academia, and the citizens across this country. The United Nations in Nigeria will continue to support the development efforts of Nigeria, including the implementation of a transformative census. So on behalf of the United Nations team in Nigeria, I wish to convey to the government and to UNFPA and a successful partners meeting that we will continue to support.
For the National Population Commission, the journey towards the 2023 census has not been easy, but there are indications of a glorious ending. Initial evaluation tests, purposes and scope of monitoring and evaluation, components of an M&E plan, understanding monitoring and evaluation functions, M&E frameworks, logic models, M&E indicators, types of data services, ethics and informed consent were some of the topics of a 3-day monitoring and evaluation training workshop. It was jointly sponsored by the National Population Commission and United Nations Population Fund in Kefi, Nasarawa State. At the opening ceremony, Director Planning and Research Bintu Ibrahim Abba gave an overview of the monitoring and evaluation work of the Commission and commended the sponsors for giving them the platform to perform. Ejike Eze, who represents Enugu State with the National Population Commission, gave the opening remark in his capacity as Chairman, Planning and Research Committee of NPC.
It is with pleasure that I welcome you all to the Monitoring and Evaluation Training Workshop for the upcoming 2023 Population and Housing Census. It is also cheering to see that this sort of specialized training is holding at this crucial phase of the census preparations. Monitoring and evaluation, as we all know, is crucial in both the public and private sector due to each role in measuring results as set targets and identify implementation gaps during activities. M&E is the source of information showing project progress, allows shared learnings among us various institutions, as well as offers paths for improvement. You will agree with me that M&E practices have seen tremendous improvement in recent years in the Commission. This is evidenced by the conduct of on-field monitoring, in-house analysis of data, and production of comprehensive reports. It is noteworthy to mention that M&E report is increasingly positively impacting the Commission's decisions, programs, and activities, as the Commission evolves into forward-thinking institutions and leading demographic data generation that users of data will rely upon.
Dr. Inua Jalingo, the census manager, wants another platform for monitoring and evaluation to showcase their relevance.
So, as you have given us the platform to do the M&E, sir, we'll also like you to give us the platform to present the outcome of the M&E at the highest level of the Commission, because that is the only way that our processes can be guided. And we can also step down the presentation of the M&E to the states after the Commission, so that all of us will be on the right course as we implement the census process. Because we believe that the M&E project has guided our enumeration demarcation exercise, and it also helped us during our first and second pre-test. And I think it is something that needs to be sustained. This additional training, Honorable Chairman and members of the Commission, will bring an impetus to the way we do the M&E project. I cannot stop but acknowledge the tremendous knowledge and capacity the CTA is bringing to bear on the census project.
Chief Technical Advisor for the 2023 Population and Housing Census, Collins Opio, who is a staff of the United Nations Population Fund, said with the quality and quantity of work done, the Nigerian census promises to be a yardstick for other countries.
UNFPA has been working very, very closely with NPC and the government in general to make sure that the forthcoming Nigeria census is implemented in accordance with the United Nations principles and recommendations that govern the conduct of the 2020 round of population censuses. Those are censuses that are done or should be done from 2015 to 2024. And Nigeria 2023 census falls almost at the end of that decennial census period. Those principles and recommendations for the 20 round of censuses emphasize use of technology to improve data quality and also timeliness of delivery of the census results and the products therefore. We are going to make sure that we have georeferenced information on all building structures, on all households, on all individuals that will be resident in this country at the time of the census. And that's a lot of information. Because of that, and other things, particularly the improvements that we have made on the census questionnaire, the topics, there are over 100 questions on the census questionnaire. The Nigeria 2023 census is marketed or positioned to the world as a transformational census, as a transformative census, because its agenda, its setup, its very nature, the way we are rolling it out, and what it is meant to achieve is transformative in more ways than one. And there are many countries that cannot be able to keep up with some of the things that we are doing here. So I wanted to take the opportunity at this point, therefore, to thank you very sincerely, our indefatigable, honorable chairman.
In his opening speech, Chairman of the National Population Commission, Nasir Isakwara, aware of the enormity of the task ahead and based on the encomiums poured on him by the Chief Technical Advisor, suddenly became emotional, a sign of his humility amongst others.
I am very grateful to Almighty God that we have these quality stakeholders here. It is a very heavy responsibility. The country is looking up to us, and we have to put our acts together and get it right. At the end of this training, trainees would have developed additional capacity and competency to have a robust framework and plan to monitor all aspects of the census from planning to implementation. Finally, I want to thank the UNFPA for providing the resource persons for this training. UNFPA has been a very dependable partner in our mutual goal of providing credible data for the development of the quality of lives of Nigerians. I would also like to especially thank the Census Chief Technical Advisor for his continued professional contribution to ensuring that Nigeria conducts a successful population and housing census in 2023.
Please, I got one thing from what the CTA said. He said the question we will ask ourselves have we counted everyone? Did we count everyone once? And did we count them at the right place? Remember that, because every day you keep learning. How do we verify that? It's through M&E. And every component of the census has an M&E.
The National Population Commission recently held a press briefing on the Post Enumeration Survey, where the chairman, National Population Commission, said it is meant to evaluate the concluded trial census and to address some of the technical errors, if any. He said the Post Enumeration Survey will take place across the 6 selected local governments in the 6 geopolitical zones of the country.
The Post Enumeration Survey is a statistical representative survey that the Commission will use to check the accuracy of the trial census conducted in July 2022. The survey will allow the Commission to determine how many people were missed, how many people were counted twice, how many people were included by mistake, or how many were counted in wrong places. The conduct of this Trial Post Enumeration Survey is an integral part of the preparation for the conduct of the 2023 Population and Housing Census. The Commission is placing a great premium on this exercise. As you know, the population census is the official enumeration of all persons in a country at a specific time. This encompasses the collection, compilation, evaluation, analysis, publication, and dissemination of demographic, social, and economic statistics relating to the population. However, errors are inevitable in a large-scale data collection exercise, such as a national census. Errors can arise from many sources in the conduct of the census, especially in the field data collection and processing, as well as the procedures. Census designs can also be a source of error by introducing measurement errors through wrong questionnaires, instruction, training materials, and procedures for data collection. The Post Enumeration Survey, therefore, has been designed to redress these possible errors in the census process. The results of the comparison are mainly used to measure coverage and content error in the context of the census. This Trial Post Enumeration Survey exercise is in line with the United Nations Principles and Recommendations for Population and Housing Censuses. It gives credibility to the census results and engenders confidence and acceptability of the census data by the data users. In specific terms, the objectives of the Trial Post Enumeration Survey are to measure coverage error due to either under coverage or over coverage of persons, and in some cases, household/housing units in the trial census. To determine content errors through measuring levels of agreement in response to questions on selected characteristics such as sex, age, marital status, and relationship to the head of the household. 2, to identify procedural and conceptual limitations in the census which needs improvement in future censuses and large-scale surveys. Last but not the least is to provide statistical basis for adjustment of trial census results based on net coverage rates.
Thank you for being part of the program. Do join us next week. I am Nkechi Okeshola. Bye.